Hello again, friends and loyal Wolfpack. Oh, shit. There we go. Hello again, friends and loyal Wolfpack members. Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. That's right, what you can see in front of you is a hauler, and from the title of the video, you've probably worked out that I'm planning to go out exploring again. The thing is, I have already hit Elite in exploration on my main account. So what I've gone and done is I've actually gone and picked up another account. Yes, that means I now have 3 Elite Dangerous accounts. I have my original, Commander Chaos Wolf, I've got Commander the Mighty Ducky, and now I have this third account here. Some of the members of the Wolfpack will already know what this account is called. And especially those that join me on TeamSpeak fairly often, they will definitely know who this is. But for those of you who are unaware, let's actually go and take a look, shall we? Okay, so here we are back in the cockpit. Let's have a look in the starport services, and you've got to love the name. Commander Mal Reynolds. Yep, that's right, I am referencing Firefly, one of, if not the greatest space sci-fi series of all time. If you haven't seen it already and you've only thought, well, it's only one season, I'm not going to bother, do yourself a favour and go and watch it. No, this is not a sponsored video, I just love that series so much. Go and watch it and you'll find out why. Also, if you are a big fan of Firefly, let me know down in the comments, because that's awesome, and you are awesome for liking something that I like. Yay! But anyway, let's go and see how I've got my ship outfitted. Here we go. As you can see, I've actually got this set up fairly well. I have a 27.5 light year jump range in a hauler, and that's not bad, especially with still with a shield and with an exploration loadout. I mean, you can get a hauler to a little low, but about 31 light years worth of jump range if you completely gut it. So no shield, no nothing inside. But let's see what we've got. Hard points, obviously I've got nothing, because even if I did come across something hostile out in the black, there's absolutely nothing a hauler could do against it. So there's absolutely no point whatsoever. I have no utility mounts because they would detract away from my jump range. I mean, I could go and put a heatsink launcher in here, but I'm not even sure if I have the money for it. I don't even have enough money for the rebuy now, because I literally got this account to having just enough money to get this exploration hauler. Going back, core internals, basically every single thing is derated apart from the frameshift drive. So everything is at its smallest possible size, basically its lightest possible mass. So we've got 2D thrusters, 2D power plant, 1D life support, 1D power distributor, 1D sensors. Okay, so basically everything derated, it's all the lightest. Optional internals. Yeah, no, this is where you kind of come across a big quotation marks, big air quotes, a budget ship, a budget exploration ship. As you can see, we've got a 2D shield generator, a 3A fuel scoop, we've got an advanced discovery scanner. This is the most expensive piece of equipment on the ship, because that's about 1.5 million credits. That's about twice what I paid for the rest of the ship, I think. I can't quite remember. We've also got a detailed surface scanner and the standard planetary approach suite. And that is about it. The only difference is for livery, we have a blue terrain paint job, just because I wanted something a bit different. And that's it. So yeah, not a lot to talk about. This ship is completely dedicated for exploration. It's like the lowest level exploration ship you can really go for. I mean, you could go for a Sidewinder, but you're not going to get the same amount of jump range out of it. As you can see, I am still 100% harmless. Well, 0% harmless. I'm a little bit dealer just because I went and did a little bit of trading just so I could get enough money in the ship. well, in the account just to get this ship. 0% aimless and 0% helpless. So this is a completely fresh account. So what are we going to go and do? Well, first of all, I do have a couple of routes plotted. Let's scroll all the way out. I have, as you can see, gotten a couple of waypoints dotted out all the way to the Lagoon Nebula. Because what I'm thinking of doing is reenacting the very first exploration trip I ever took. And what that was is I went from the bubble to the Lagoon Nebula. From the Lagoon Nebula, where is it? I went to the Trifid Nebula, and from the Trifid Nebula I went to the Omega Nebula. And then I went back. So that's what I'm thinking of doing, and I might even go and push over to this nebula here. What is it? Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that one. I may even go there on the way back, we'll see. But basically, I have a love of exploration, but I don't want to have to go and tie up my main account, which I'm doing a lot of work towards trying to get more engineers unlocked at the moment. So I'm not going to go and do that. So this is what we're going to go and do. And I don't know why, but I completely went and forgot to go... Where are we? So which was the first one? That's not it. Is this it? I think this might be the first one. Is this the first? No, it isn't. Right, where's our first waypoint? It's Blear 878. So it's that one. There we go. That's our first waypoint. It's an F-class star. And actually, is that even our first waypoint? No, it isn't. So why? Oh, I must have accidentally deleted the one in between. Oh well, that's fine. We will deal with it this way. So, let's go find a blue star if we can find one. 44 light years. Let's try here. What have we got for you? That's a little bit too far. So, yeah, what we got here? 116. 96, there we go. So let's bookmark that one. And let's plot a route here. I mean, I could have sworn I had an extra route, an extra point here. Obviously I didn't, I must have accidentally deleted it. But oh well. I've even gone and got Jack's Station basically plotted over here. I was thinking about going there, but I'm going to go do that pretty much after my first initial kind of go around. Because what I'm planning to do after is I'm planning to go to... Well, I'm planning to go to Kun, I think it is. I think this is the one for Alvira Martuk, I think. Let's go and find out. So what we got here? Yep, this is Longsight Base, where Alvira Martuk is. So what I'm planning to do is actually go and get a crap ton of exploration data, go to Alvira Martuk, unlock her, and then go and pretty much rank up as much as I can with her, buy another ship, because the next ship I'm planning to get after this is the Diamondback Explorer. You may already know why, was how I named this account, because it looks the most like a Firefly class ship in the game. So that's what I'm going to go for. And then we're going to go mod it out for jump range, and then we're going to go to Jack's Station. And then I think we might even go and have a look at Beagle Point. I'm not sure. We'll go and see how well it goes. But anyway, so that's enough. Let's go and get ourselves on our way. So yes, let's go and explore once again, and now I've got a dedicated account to going out and explore, and I can leave this account out as long as I want. So I don't need to worry about getting back for any special events or anything. So, let's go out into the black. Who knows when I'll be coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. Goodbye, civilization. Let's go and see what the verse has in store for us. So, first step out into the void.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Now this I have missed, just going out kind of aimlessly and just seeing what we can find. Now I have got horizons on this account as well. So here we go, look at this, undiscovered system. I'm pretty sure it's been discovered before, so let's let off a pulse and have a look out. I mean, let's see. Yes, they've been discovered by Yesquili? Yesquil? I'm not sure how to say it. Goldfinger. Okay, so that's fine. But we've got the fuel scoop. We've scooped enough. We don't have a very big fuel tank. So we need to be very careful in how we are going out and plotting our routes. But that's not a big worry as of 2.2. I'm really looking forward to that because this account, this commander should still be out in the void come 2.2, so we'll be able to get the ability to go and filter our route planner, so we can actually filter it by scoopable stars only if that's at all possible. So that's going to be great. So it's going to make having a smaller fuel tank less of an issue. Admittedly, it's also going to make the fuel rats a little bit more superfluous, but I still imagine they're going to have a role to play, albeit not as big of a one as they've currently had so far. Who are the fuel rats, you may be asking? The fuel rats are a bunch of commanders that go and... Is that actually... Yeah, that one's been discovered previously. They go and help out stranded commanders that have run out of fuel. They go with their fuel transfer limpets and their fuel tankers, fly out and refuel any commanders that may have run out of fuel in the void, regardless of how far away they are from the core. Because I ran out of fuel 17,000 light years away from Sol, and one of these fuel rat commanders played the game for 7 hours straight to get to me and to refuel me. And that's not just because I'm a YouTube personality. They do that for everybody. I don't think they really knew who I was at the time. So that was great. And I actually gave him a little interview. There's a video up somewhere on my channel. If I can find it and if I remember, I'll either put an annotation on the screen or I will put it down in the video description. That's only if I can find it. If not, you may have to look for it yourselves. Because you know me, I've got an absolutely appalling memory. But anyway, let's go and scan this star and fuel scoop at the same time. Because the great thing about fuel scooping is we don't need to actually move. Well, we are still moving, but just not very fast. Oh look, and this system still has stations in there. And so this system seems to have been discovered already by Mr. Lister and B Soldier. I love those references. A little bit of Red Dwarf, I think. Was that? Oh, I thought I saw Zap Brannigan there for a second. It's like even more references. But no, it's not. But anyway, let's carry on. Because what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to find some Earth-like worlds. I'm basically just going to go and scan most of, if not all, the main stars on the way out. Because I want to go and earn around about 13 or 14 million credits of exploration data. Because hopefully that is going to be enough to rank up with Elvira Motuk up to grade 5. Because what I want to do is outfit a Diamondback Explorer for exploration and then modify it for extreme jump range. So that's the plan. But in between, basically, what I'm thinking of possibly going to end up being seasons 1 and 2, because season 1 will be in the Hauler, seasons 2 will be in the Diamondback Explorer. Maybe we'll have like a season 1.5 where we're actually doing a little bit more kind of pirate, not exactly piratey, but outlawishy kind of things, where we do a little bit of smuggling, a little bit of passenger transport, you know, like a proper Firefly captain should, that kind of thing. Because especially since 2.2 is going to be released, and it's going to give us, oh, what's the passenger missions? That's the word I was looking for. And look, we've still got outposts out here. But everything, because basically everything here is going to be scanned. Because what I want to do is I want to go and get the name of Commander Mel Reynolds out on a couple of stars, maybe a couple of black holes, maybe a neutron star, we'll see. Definitely an Earth-like world. I definitely want to find an Earth-like world. The problem is, though, where we're going this time, this is kind of the explorer's version of the tourist trail. So this is a very well-trodden space lane, very well-travelled space lane, a very well-trodden path. Because all the nebulae south of the, well, I'll say south, but our side of the galactic core have been extensively scanned. So it's not likely that I'm going to be finding any unscanned stars or something if I'm travelling directly there, unless I get very lucky. I mean, it's possible because out of 400 billion star systems, how many are going from here to there? So how many are in the middle? So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. I mean, this system as well, again, obviously everything has been discovered. I mean, even all the moons have been discovered. So let's move on. I mean, it's nice just to scan the main star, just because all of these stars are worth around about 3,500 credits, roughly. So it's good to have that little bit of that little extra bit, because you know what they say, every little bit helps as the mouse that peed in the ocean. So yeah, I usually say that a little differently, but I'm trying to make this a little bit more family friendly. Especially since all the changes that are happening to YouTube and the profanity language and all that stuff. So, I don't swear often anyway, but I'm trying to do it even less. What do you guys think? Should I try and tone down what little swearing I actually do? Or should I just carry on as I'm going? Just let me know down in the comments. And what I think is... Oh, wait a sec. No, come here. Here we go. What I think is amazing about exploration is just how therapeutic and zen it is. Let's see, even dead systems like this have been completely scanned. Although I noticed that somebody scanned the star and then left all the planets. I mean, yeah, the planets aren't going to be worth much, but then again, neither are the stars. Unless a star is either a black hole, a neutron star, or a white dwarf, they're really not worth scanning if you're just going to go and farm exploration data. If you literally want to get yourself to elite, what you want to do for that is head over to the neutron field. Apparently, if you go to Jack Station, about 1,000 light years below Jack Station, I think it is, a few hundred to 1,000 light years below Jack Station. At most, it's going to be 1,300. Is basically the neutron field. And the neutron field is kind of like a donut-shaped field of stars that are all basically neutron stars, black holes, anything along those lines.
Fuel scooping.
Now, I'm not imagining I'm going to get anything here. But what I'm doing, the reason I'm stopping in the Corona here and actually not going very fast around is because I want to keep my heat down.
Fuel scooping complete.
Because I don't have an auto-field maintenance unit, at least I don't think I do. Alright, these ones have already been discovered, so even me just looking at them is not actually going to do anything. I didn't even notice that. So that was great. So let's move on. And we've still got NPCs in the system. I mean, we've got a couple of hundred more light years to go until we stop seeing NPCs. And then maybe a little bit further until we stop seeing signal sources. So we've got a little way to go yet. And what I'm planning to do is just potentially just have you guys join me a little bit every so often, and we can do some exploration together and see if we can find anything interesting. What I'm planning to do as well is play the naming game, because it's something I like to do. Is I like to name the stars, and not the stars, but the planets at least that I find. And no, I can't actually name them in the game. I could probably badger Frontier and they might actually eventually listen to me, but I doubt that seriously. So what we got? What kind of class star is this? It's an M class. So we can scoop from it. So let's actually get a bit closer and start scooping.
Fuel scooping.
Here we go. And let's actually go and choose our next destination, because you can scan like this. And as you can see, I can actually fill my tank up fairly quickly. But I do just like to park in the Corona while I'm scanning the local star.
Disengaged.
Another thing is I will not start my frameshift drive up until my heat starts going down. That means I'm far enough away from the star that I'm not going to start overheating, because charging your frameshift drive does generate a crap ton of heat. And you don't really want to go and have that heat building up in your ship, because that can just cause more and more damage, especially since I'm planning to have this account out, well, this commander out in the void for a good long while. So yeah, the name of the game is heat management and damage mitigation. So again, nothing's showing up on the radar, so let's start scanning this one. We'll wait until, there we go, until the pulse has actually been sent out. And look, we've actually got a landable planet here as well. So this one was actually discovered by Soldier of Filth.
Complete.
And this one was actually pronounced by Yui. Yuhi? Yui? I'm not sure. It looks like Yuhi. But you know me, my pronunciations are absolute rubbish. I'm barely able to pronounce my own name, let alone remember it.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So let's carry on going. I mean, at the moment we're not coming across anything all that interesting, and more than likely every single system that we're going to go and visit, or at least the vast majority of them, are already going to have been discovered by somebody else. But scanning the stars, the planets, everything like that is still going to give us scan data, it's still going to give us money. It just means that we won't get the first discovery bonus, which is an extra 50% on top. So it's like an extra 50% bonus. So that's fine. And I'm just glad as well that ever since Frontier changed the map mechanics, that we can actually go and plot a route to a specific planet through the map, rather than doing what I used to have to do. Because before they made that change, what we used to have to do is imagine that these planets and so on orbit around the star in yay fashion. They probably would have completely different orbital kind of axes and so on, but that's by the by. What I would actually have to do back in the day before they made these changes, I'd actually have to go and fly towards the camera here. So basically high up over the rotational plane. So if these were going this way, I'd have to come towards, because let's say we're here. What I'd have to do is come towards the camera further away from each of them, so I was flying above them and I'd be able to see the orbital lines. Then I'd have to go and count each individual orbital line and go and work out which planet that actually belonged to, and go and fly towards that one and see if I was right. If I was wrong, I'd have to go all the way up again and go towards the next one. But thankfully, since the change quite a few patches ago, we can go and target celestial bodies from the system map, and that makes my life so much easier. So I am really happy for that. But anyway, the heat has been dropping for a little while. I've just been yakking and not paying attention. And let's carry on and go. Because, admittedly, I had tried to start this series once before. And what ended up happening is I was planning to go and just record lots of background footage and then kind of the voiceover after, but I'm really bad when it comes to that, so I decided not to bother with that. So I self-destructed the ship about 1,000 or so light years out, got back, and now we don't have enough for the next rebuy, but I plan to just be careful. Right, gotta be careful, because we're getting a bit close now. So we're going to be heating up very quickly, but at the very least we should have the time to just scan this star and then Vamuski off. Because as you can see, we're getting close to 80%, and that is our kind of safety warning.
Warning, temperature critical.
And this is a K-class yellow star. Now these are great, because these are some of the stars that have a higher chance
Fuel
of
scoop
actually
disengaged.
having habitable worlds around them. So we'll fly directly away from them, from the star at least, so we can get out of there as fast as humanly possible. Hit O, there we go,
Frameshift drive charging.
and here we go. Yes, that was an appalling attempt at rhyming, but oh well. I never claimed to be a poet. So what we're going to be doing is we're just going to go and carry on
3,
jumping along. I'm
engage.
thinking of potentially attempting to live stream some of this at some points, because I am doing the occasional live stream at the moment. The only problem with that is that I have to have Mrs. Chaos Wolf cannot be in the house when I am doing any live streams, because I literally can't. We've got really bad internet here. It's like 1.2 meg upload. It's appalling. It's DSL, so yeah, that's just cringe-worthy enough as it is. But I can do very, very kind of semi-acceptable quality live streaming. So I might actually start doing that at some point, I don't know. The last live stream I did was 3.5 hours long. I didn't even realise it was that long. It didn't feel like that long. And according to people in the chat, it didn't feel like that long either. Even my moderators were surprised at how long we'd been on for. Because I just love talking. I mean, as you can tell, I've been talking pretty much non-stop this entire video. I'm one of the few people that people can say that, oh yeah, that guy likes the sound of his own voice. And I actually do. I didn't used to. YouTube has helped a lot with that. It's actually helped bring my confidence levels up immensely. Because before I started doing YouTube, I was very kind of lacking in confidence. Well, way more so than I am now. I'm still a little bit introverted, but I'm also way more extroverted in other areas now. So it's really done wonders for me. And who have I got to thank for that? I've got you guys to thank for that, because not long ago I hit 20,000 subscribers, and oh look, Brown Dwarf. Might as well scan the system. It's going to be a dead system, but we might as well scan it anyway. See if there is anything of interest here. Nothing really, just a bunch of dead, lifeless rocks. So, oh well. Let's go and move out. Yep, Class Y Brown Dwarf. Now, as we're carrying on further, as you can see, I'm a little bit low on, getting lower on fuel now. So let's go into the galaxy map and check out a couple of our next jumps. So what we got in Star Class, and as you can see, I've literally untabbed anything from between L and Wolf Riot. The only reason I've got these two on is because these are actually the expensive stars. White dwarves and non-sequencing stars. White dwarves, as the name suggests, are white dwarf stars, which are going to receive a change in 2.2. I'm really curious to see how that's going to happen. And non-sequencing stars. These are pretty much neutron stars and black holes. But what I need to do is I need to move along here and see. Yeah, no. As you can see, no little dot shows up on each of these jump points. What does that mean, Chaos? That means that none of these stars are actually going to be scoopable, because I haven't got them tabbed. I could tab them on there, and look, there you can see it there. There's an L-class star there. So that means I can't scoop from there. So what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go and change my course a little bit. I'm going to go and create a little jump down here instead. Now, instead of 2 jumps, it's 3 jumps, but I'm going through 2 scoopable stars to get here. And that is a G-class star as well, and I do believe the G-class star is the same type of star as we have in the Sol system. At least I think so. I can never remember. It's either, I think it's a G. It's not a K, it's definitely a G. So there is potentially a chance for us to find habitable planets there. So let's go there, have a quick look at that system, and then I may end up calling the episode there, because we've already been going for 31 minutes, and I don't want to kind of keep going for too long. Yes, I know usually the videos on my channel range from anything from half an hour to 45 minutes to an hour long, But I don't really want to keep doing that at the moment because I know a lot of you guys don't have the time to kind of dedicate to sit down and watch a full hour's worth of YouTube videos. A lot of you do. I mean, I do, because I see YouTube as my television substitute. Because I don't watch television, I don't even have it connected to the wall. It's just there so I can watch Netflix occasionally. And I get the vast majority of my entertainment from YouTube. So I'm happy to sit down and watch an hour's worth or even more of YouTube videos, but I know a lot of you aren't able to. So what I'm planning on doing is reducing the time, well, reducing the length of my videos a little bit. Not all of my series, like my Zero to Hero series, I'm going to be keeping that at around about 45 minutes. But all the new series that are coming in, because I've just finished with No Man's Sky, because that game did turn out to be a big flop. Yes, I was enjoying it, but it just kind of dawned on me that everything was just so repetitive and predictable. So it lost its shine for me. It's no longer shiny. So I'm actually going to be replacing that with, well, it's a choice between either the Solace Project or Doom. Currently there is a vote going up on my Twitter, and currently Doom is the leader. So head over to my Twitter. If I remember, I'll link the tweet down in the video description. It's been going from yesterday. Ooh, hello. It's been going from yesterday. And we'll see what the winner is. But I do suspect it is going to be Doom. So whatever I do from now on, I'm planning to just do like about 30-minute video length and so on, just to make it a bit more kind of digestible for you guys. And make it for easier viewing. But let me know what you think about this. Do you want to see more shorter videos, or do you want to stay with the longer format? Personally, I think the shorter videos are going to be better for most people.
Frameshift drive charging.
But it seems like, because we've got one, yeah, this is the last jump. So we'll make this one jump and then we'll call this particular episode. And then from now on, after this one, I'm going to just go and cherry pick a little bit more of the more interesting systems. Because the systems that we've come through at the moment, they've not exactly been spectacular. The vast majority of them have all been, well, all of them have been discovered previously, but they've all been mostly dead systems, with nothing really of interest in there. Hopefully we'll find a system somewhere with some rings, with some interesting looking planets, and that's something I'm looking forward to as well in 2.2, is the change to the system map. Okay, so we just got stars in here. Okay, Unfazed, Grey Matter, and Yelby. I do love it when you see stars that are all discovered by completely different people. It's like, yeah, I came in, but I couldn't be bothered to scan the rest. Oh yeah, I came in and I decided to just scan this one. I couldn't be bothered to fly all the way out there. And this guy comes in. I need something to get my name on. Sod it, it's about 500,000 light seconds out, but I'm going to get it anyway. But yes, I digress. I'm actually even curious what the distances are here. Yeah, it's 15,000 light seconds. I can see why people wouldn't want to go. But that one, you can scan from here. I mean, in fact, let's actually go and do that. So let's lock. Where is it? It's this way. So let's nose up. Where is it? There it is. See, it's right there. You don't even have to move from your drop-in point to be able to scan it. Now, I'm not sure if the same can be said for the next one. We'll actually test it. It is 15,000 light seconds out, but it may be scannable, because some of them are scannable from a good range, but I think 15,000 light seconds is pushing it. Yeah, it is, so we're definitely not going to get that. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm going to go and call the episode here. This has been the first episode of Into the Black. And I really do hope you've enjoyed it. Yes, it's mainly just been me rambling on about random subjects while scanning stars, but that's what most of my content is. It's just me rambling while doing something in the background. So I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you liked it, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. That's what the buttons are for. Neither of those good enough for you? That's what the comments are for. You could even subscribe to the channel. Yes, that big and mysterious subscribe button. You could go and caress it gently, because then you'll get notifications whenever I bring out more of this series, or even other series, or even Doom, or whatever games I'm going to be playing. And you can come along with me on a ride into the unknown of sci-fi. But anyway, guys, I have been Commander Chaos Wolf. You guys have been epic. I will see you soon. And until next time, Commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.